might be thinking, Belinda, Bell Mac, what are we doing? Why 2 Live at the Cranker? Why are we going with 2 Live at the Cranker? So I'm going to tell you why. For those who may have seen on your socials or heard the buzz around town or signed up to the Facebook page regarding the 107-year-old Crown and Anchor on Adelaide's Grenfell Street, you may have heard some news. So I have a special guest here today who is the voice who decided to take the first steps to take a stand, and he is here to tell us why and what that's all about. Welcome, Evan Moroney.
Yeah, hi, Belle. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Excellent. This is not what I usually do on a Monday.
No.
I'm very happy to be able to have the opportunity to speak to you today.
No, thanks for joining us. So, the Crown and Anchor, the Cranker, tell us about, so obviously in my intro I didn't say the things, but they're looking to pave paradise and put up a parking lot. What's happening?
Okay, so the situation is that an application has been submitted to the SCAP, which is the planning body that works on behalf of the state government, to put up a proposed student accommodation. We don't know whether it is 15 stories, but it is up to 15 stories. And the intention is that the Crown and Anchor, although heritage listed, would be turned into a convenience store and the foyer for this student accommodation. In essence, like, the campaign isn't against development. It's just about developing the appropriate spaces. And I think it's really highlighted some of the concerns around the inadequacy of our current heritage laws, that they only actually protect the facade and the frontage of the building and not what's inside. So it sort of ends up like you've got a spaghetti western set from the 1950s where on the outside it looks beautiful, but on the inside it could look like something very different.
Right. So where are we at with the campaign at the moment? I read, because you do have a website happening. Where are we at with the campaign at the moment? So you have that meeting with the council tomorrow?
So I'll just give you a little bit of background around the campaign, if that's okay. So
yeah.
Initially, what I did when I first heard the news was I was like, I need to start a Facebook group around this as to, hey, what can we do and raise attention to the issue? And I didn't really expect it to go off the way that it did. So currently there's about 6,000 members of that group, and it became very clear in the early days that there was a need for us to get organised, and I'd sort of put myself in a position where people were looking to me for answers. So I sort of fell back on some of my experience in being able to bring people together, and developed a committee that has worked incredibly hard over the last couple of weeks. So yes, there's the website up now. We've also now released our campaign officially on a Facebook page, which is slightly different from a group in terms of accessibility and being able to share information from it. We're now on Instagram and even the TikTok stuff, which is outside of my wheelhouse, but we've got a social media team and some young crew that are happy to participate in getting that up off the ground for us. And so there are a number of things that are happening this week, and the Deputy Lord Mayor, Kieran Snape, has just released in the last couple of hours that he's putting a motion to Adelaide City Council that calls upon Jane Lomax-Smith as the Lord Mayor to write to the Premier requesting the opportunity for both Adelaide City Council and State Government to work around what can be done to ensure the protection of the cricket, and also to look at ways that it might be possible to be able to change some of the heritage laws to sort of have a more holistic understanding of what heritage is, and an understanding that it's also being able to maintain cultural heritage, particularly when it's something that is financial trouble. It's nothing like that. It's actually booming. 7 nights a week you can go there to see live music, and the opportunity that it presents to young and aspiring artists to be able to get out there for the first time, and also accomplished musicians that are just wanting to be able to share their creativity with their community.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the motion that you're looking to do tomorrow? Or
so that motion has been put forward by the Deputy Lord Mayor. So we're certainly promoting the fact that is happening. And look, I think that from the very get-go, it's been really important for us to sort of paint that understanding that we are non-partisan in nature. We're prepared to be able to provide our support for anyone that is working towards that goal that really benefits and value adds to the community. Like, we talk about how we want to be living in a vibrant city, and surely that's what we all want for our community. And to lose, the crown jewel, so to speak, in Adelaide's live music scene, it would just be such an irreplaceable loss. Over the last 14 months, there's been something, I believe it's 14 venues that have shut down. And so each and every one of those venues is going to have an impact on the arts. But we're a UNESCO music city, and for us to be able to really take that as a responsibility moving forward, it requires protection and nurturing of the arts.
Absolutely. So for people who are thinking, well, I don't have a background in politics, or I don't have a background in how can I help? What?
Well, sorry to cut you off. Neither do I. I'll give them a slow motion high five, and I'd say welcome aboard. At the moment, if there was a call to action, it would be about engaging with our campaign, because we're going to be quite structured in our approach to supplying submissions to the SCAP committee, which is making the determination currently around the development that's been proposed. On the socials, to be able to sort of spread the word far and wide. Like, this is a whole of community issue, and irrespective of whether you're at an age where you're regularly going out to see live music yourself, or you've got your grandkids that are sort of strumming away at the guitar and have big dreams and aspirations of one day performing for people, like this will affect the whole community.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've gone to many a gig at the Crown and Anchor, and just looking and following as much as we feel that we're already, like I felt like I was already a part of the scene. And then you see all the different band names and everybody get behind and sharing memories and moments and couples who met at the Crown and Anchor, and what they've done and where they got their break and how they were seen, and those connections both from a community level and a music level have all been at the Cranker. So it's certainly a worthy cause that and we appreciate you stepping forward and making that stand so that we can all say yes, let's do this.
And the 171-year-old history of the place, like, it was on the initial planning design that Governor High-Marsh and Colonel Light put together. Governor High-Marsh signed off on the building of this place, is my understanding. It's where the magistrates used to go for their drink at the end of the day back in the 1880s. There was coronial inquiries that took place there in those early days. One of the things that we've done is set up a historian research branch, and so some of the things that they've been able to uncover through state archives is truly fascinating, being able to see the venue sort of through that lens of time as well. So I think that, to think that it could turn into a convenience store is, the convenience store and the apartment complex above. It would just be such a tragedy.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for taking time out of your very, very busy schedule. I understand that this is something that you're doing on top of your everyday life.
That's correct.
And thank you so much for sharing your information. Now, for those who are listening, please get on board. Either look up the website, Save the Cranker. That's Cranker. I know we're working out which way do we spell it. It's CRANKER on this occasion. Yep. Save the Cranker, all one word, .com.au. Have a look at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the socials. Get around it. And thanks so much, Evan, for giving us your time today and really giving Adelaide your passion and enthusiasm in helping us lead this charge.
My absolute pleasure, Belle. Thank you. Anytime.
And I was talking with a co-worker earlier, and in passing, I made a comment, and feel free to use it. It's don't be a wanker, save the cranker.
We might even put that on stickers.
You know what? You're free to.
That's wonderful. It's a community effort, so keep them coming.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks so much. And we're going to keep playing some more artists who have played at the Cranker, and all Adelaide artists today here in the break room. So again, thanks very much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.